Okay, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Today I'm going to do a really quick tutorial on the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions little mini palette. You guys, the quality of these shadows is amazing. I love her Rose Gold palette and the Desert Dust palette, but this one apparently does have talc in it, yes. And that doesn't really bother me. I know some people can be allergic or whatever, but these are so nice and smooth and pigmented. I love them so much. Now the palette is very tiny, but it is actually the same size pan eyeshadow. Or the eyeshadow is the same size pan as the regular palette. So it's $27 for 9 shades. Some of them have a little bit more shimmer shades than this one does. This one has one in the center, but they are so gorgeous and they blend out so well. So I'm going to do a tutorial on the look that I wore on Snapchat and that I posted on Instagram. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, first though, I want to try to fill in my hairline because I have some postpartum hair loss going on. Now, not everyone gets that. So Graham is actually 4 months old today, and I just lose my hair right here in the front, and I did the same thing with Grayson. So I'm going to try to fill that in with some eyeshadow because I know a lot of people do that, and I never have. Now, mine might just be way too bold to, you know, make that look natural, but we're going to try it anyway. So let me put my hair in my little ponytail like I always wear. If you see me, my hair is probably up because I just never wear it down. And it's actually quite oily. My Brazilian blowout kind of touch up was supposed to be today, but it's going to be tomorrow. We had to move it. But yeah. So I'm just going to let her watch it tomorrow. But I'm going to take my Morphe 501. I use it to highlight, but I've been using my Anastasia A23 for a while, so I'm just going to make sure there's no shimmer left on it. And then I'm actually going to use my Anastasia dark brown brow powder, and of course the darker shade right here. So let's see. Kind of scared, because I mean my scalp is way white. Okay, I need something like, I'm just going to swirl it in here because it's taking a minute. Okay, no, nothing's happening for real. Like, I think mine's probably too far gone. Most people's is right here, but mine's all gone in this area. Jacqueline just made this look so easy. Okay, well, we're at least going to darken it up a little bit so it's not as noticeable. I'm good with that. I don't need much more. Actually not bad. I'm going to use a little bit of the Brow Gal palette from by Tanya Crooks. Tanya Crooks with an S. Because it's got a lot more pigment than the Anastasia ones. I got it in a Boxy charm box. But, you know, just to kind of make it a little bit faster. Okay, we're gonna be good with that. Let me go get my child. Is that boy, baby? I just woke up and of course I pooped, as always. So, one sec.
You're the beautiful baby girl, Madison. Quincy, let him see.
Wow, this is really cute. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take my Morphe R37. This is my new obsession. I thought the M502 was my favorite from Morphe, but the R37 is amazing. So I'm going to start with this light brown shade right here. I'm going to tap off the excess and then just start working this into my crease. Same for the other eye. Now I'm going to wipe off that excess, and then I'm going to take this. I can't remember if I use this shade or not. Like, it looks like I have little brush marks. Yeah, I'm going to take one little pass of this kind of coral peachy shade and just lay that right over the top. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it will add a little bit of dimension, as you can tell. This brush is just so fluffy. It disperses the product evenly. I don't know. It's really good. Now I'm just going to take the orangish brown shade at the top right here, and using the same brush, I'm just going to run that throughout the crease. Again. And now, last eyeshadow, I'm going to take this shade right here. It's a nice kind of like Anastasia Sienna shade. And I'll use the same brush and really just sweep this all over. Bring it into the inner corner a little bit. My eyelids are kind of dry, but it's all right. Now taking my Morphe M433, I'm going to use that same warm brown shade and just start packing this onto my lid. Of course, you could use a more dense brush if you wanted to, but I'm just doing it the exact same way that I did the first day that I wore it. And then you guys asked for a tutorial, so that's the way we're going to do it today.
What him say?
So now that we are nice and warm and it's looking good, I'm going to take my finger and use that same warm brown shade just to intensify on my lid. Nothing crazy. And then I'm going to take that M433 one more time and really just focus that into the crease and outer V so that everything is nice and blended together. I'm going to do a little bit more on this side because I lost some pigment from that blending. Okay. Then I'm going to take my R37 again and the top orangish brown shade right there in the center and just kind of sweep this throughout my crease. I use a very small amount, but I'm just going to make sure that everything's blended together. And that is all for the top portion. Now just to tie everything together, I'm going to take my pencil brush and that warm sienna shade on the bottom and apply this under my lower lash line. Now of course you could add an inner corner highlight, you could add an even darker shade out in the crease or out in the outer V I mean, or you know, really just do anything you want to, but this is just the look that I did and I was obsessed. Like all throughout the day, like if I would catch myself in the mirror I was like, oh my gosh, I really like that color in my eyes. So I'm going to put on some mascara, my eyelashes, and then I will finish off my lips on camera. Okay, so lashes are on. I did mascara on top and bottom and then added some Salon Perfect 614s. These are my favorite all over wispy lashes. Now I'm going to add to my Lottie London AM to PM kohl eyeliner, and I'm using the shade Mocha. It's just a dark brown, but I'm actually wearing the Huda Beauty foundation, the faux filter foundation, on my face right now. It is mixed with the Dior Forever skin foundation, whatever it's called, but I'm still trying to decide how I feel about it. I love the primer. I thought it was really too thick and over moisturizing for me at first, but now I really do like it. It's better if you warm it up in between your fingers and then apply it on your face. And then the foundation, I don't know, it's really full coverage, but it's also very, very thick. I was mixing it with the Dior because the Dior is too dark. The Huda is way too light. I have the shade 140G because the cross matching and all that kind of stuff they did on their website, and then based on the Sephora descriptions, they were all different. So I ended up ordering Toasted Coconut, which was too neutral for me, and then Cashew 140G, but it's super, super light. But the foundation I'll show you is really thick. Like, it's super thick, and then I used like maybe half a pump today with a full pump of the Dior, and when I started to mix them together to try to get the right shade for me right now, it was so pigmented that it overtook the full pump of the Dior, so I had to use 2 pumps of Dior, and this was still really pigmented, but it does have a lot of color payoff. Like, I could cover my whole entire hand with just that little pump, but it is so thick that I feel like it really accentuates everything on my face. So I'm trying to decide how I feel about it. I will keep you guys posted on Snapchat, but I do have some fallout from the eyeshadows on my face. So I'm going to take a translucent powder. I'm just going to use my Rimmel Stay Matte Primer because it's the only translucent pressed powder that I have. I'm just going to take a generous amount and then sweep it off on my face. That way I don't smear around the eyeshadow. I'm just trying to pick it up, if that makes sense. So just to get all that off. Now we are going to do the lips. All my other makeup details are listed in the description box if you guys have questions, but I'm going to take MAC Stripdown liner. I really do like these liners and I love this color, but they're just not as good to me as the ColourPop. You really have to apply a lot of pressure to get good color payoff, whereas with the ColourPop they're so creamy that it's just easier to apply onto your lips. See, like my upper lip with that foundation, whew, is not cute. And all around here. I'm also trying out the Fenty Beauty foundation. I know it's too matte for me to wear it by itself. I should just stop talking, or I should just stop trying to line my lips while I'm trying to talk at the same time. But I know it's too matte for me to wear by itself. So I've been mixing in with my L'Oreal True Match. You know that's like my holy grail. But I still find that it really breaks up around my mouth. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with these new foundations. And now for my lipstick. This was odd, but I'm going to do it the same way I did before. I bought the shades Glazed and Brulee from Dose of Colors. I love this formula. The lipsticks are amazing, although I do hate the packaging because you have to be very careful when you put the cap back on because these don't screw back down into the tube. But Brulee is like one of my new holy grail shades. Like, I love this so much. So I'm going to take the shade Glazed and I'm just going to apply a little bit because I had never worn it. So I just wanted to see what it looked like on. So I just popped a little bit on and then I put a color on top. So I'm going to do Dose of Colors Glazed first. I'm going to take a MAC Yash and just put that right over the top. So it did lighten it from underneath with the glaze shade, but I did put Yash on top. My hair is nuts, but a little bit of Fix Plus, or a lot of Fix Plus, just to try to make this foundation look a little bit better on me, and then some Urban Decay All Nighter to lock it in. Because if I wear makeup during the day, it's usually on for 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours. So I like to use that to lock it all in, but that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I would definitely recommend these palettes. I also picked up the mauve one just because I love this little one so much, and the Sephora VIP Rouge sale was just this weekend. It's only $27, so it's a really good deal. 9 shades. They're the same size as her normal palettes. The size, they're just closer together in the palette. Now I honestly wish that she would have done a little bit bigger than this, just because I'm not too big of a fan of the way they're so close together, just because I like everything to be a little more spread out. It's kind of an OCD, stupid, unnecessary thing. So it's a really great palette, but I do like the layout of this bigger one. So like if she would have done it like this maybe instead, or even added a few more shades. I don't know. I love her shadows. I love her. She's great. But now that I'm done rambling, that will conclude this makeup look. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.